did we reshape? What was the reshape?
The conception of the Royalty Project, it started out as a conversation amongst very close peers, young Black professionals.
It was a small group of us, so we just really got in where we fit in.
I connected a lot of the dots and put, people together. So I would say I was the connector.
We came together to speak about what our future for our children would look like and where we are as a culture and what was missing from our childhood and our upbringing and how we could change that narrative. Our dear friend Jackie took all of our concerns, all of our passions, and posed a strong question. What does it mean to be Black?
To be Black, it means to be unique.
To be Black, it means to be powerful, it means to be unique, it means to be like you start things and everybody just want to follow it.
It means to be diverse, powerful.
I'm proud, beautiful, independent, I'm a strong person.
I was tasked with translating those brainstorming sessions into the sessions and session descriptions.
I remember getting a phone call saying, hey, Jackie's ready to brainstorm. She's ready to put a concept together, and the rest was history.
The role I played in the launch of the program was really supporting and helping Jackie brainstorm the different directions for the program, what we thought the aim of it should be, the goals and the focus areas, as well as helping her land on the name, The Royalty Project.
I helped a lot with filing our original corporate documents, making sure we had all the documents we needed, like permission slips and releases.
What role did I play in the launch of TRP? That seems like a trick question. I was the conductor, the one that does all the swirl of events, but also sometimes jumps in and plays an instrument. I feel like I served as kind of like the drum or the heartbeat of the Royalty Project.
I've served as a mentor. I thought it was a worthwhile program just in the idea and the mission. I was a middle school mathematics teacher at the time, and I brought 5 of my students.
I feel like the Royalty Project was a beautiful carousel of ideas. And in these brainstorming meetings, they were in my little 2-bedroom apartment in Harlem, and it would be like 12, 15 of us just kind of exchanging ideas on what we wanted to do and to build a curriculum specifically around exposing our youth to the richness of what it means to be Black from a cultural perspective. We started to layer on and add hidden histories. And then we layered on and talked about how the beauty standard is from a European standard and how damaging that is to us growing up. And then we just thought about how wonderful it would be, or how great it would be. From a young age, our wings weren't already clipped before we decided that we wanted to fly. We decided to do something. We decided to put together a program that would be contributing to our community in a beneficial way.
Ultimately, we wanted to make it culturally responsive to the needs of our youth, our community, and we asked questions like, how can it be more African-centered? How, like adding the Adinkra symbols? How can we make this an unapologetic celebration of us and our triumph?
That TRP think tank, it just oozed and exuded Black excellence, Black brilliance, Black togetherness, Black beauty. And TRP is the manifestation of those months of ideas and planning and sense of responsibility and urgency in response to like the void that was left behind by revolutionaries like the Black Panthers.
The Royalty Project is named the Royalty Project because you're ascending into the essence of what it means to be excellent, of what it means to be brilliant, what it means to be beautiful, what it means to be called to a higher standard. And I think that's exactly what we all lead with, not just the royal youth, but the mentors, partners, anyone who experiences and encounters the living thing that we built, the tribe that we built. They experience that confidence, that pride. It's the crown you earn, and it's also the crown you inherit. The first cycle of TRP revealed that
when students know about themselves and acquire more knowledge of self, they move through the world differently. They're more confident, they're more aware. Each one of the students that I brought to participate in the Royalty Project, whenever they came back, each week they became a little bit more transformed. And at the end of the program, they were significantly different individuals.
We revealed that the work that we are doing with TRP is something that has to continue.
Our community shows up for each other. Our mentors, they showed up in a real, authentic way and just was ready to lead. Our parents were engaged. Our youth were hyped and just like ready to learn. And so like ultimately, like we show up and we showed out.
The cycle of TRP revealed how dope we are as a collective. Not only did we engage youth and teach them about their culture, but we also invested in the Black-owned businesses in our community.
First cycle of TRP revealed that you can have an idea, we could have an idea, and with unity and passion and commitment, we can manifest that into something even bigger than what we've imagined.
We also reveal that our youth need exposure to platforms that activate the things that validate their knowing, that validate their own evolution, their love of expression, and that there is no limit or ceiling to what they can establish, grow, and cultivate with love as a constant in their environments.
I think it's hard to pull out one specific thing.
It created is a safe space for learning and exploring, and ultimately affirms and supports the identity, creativity, and development of Black youth.
The impact of TRP has been cementing its legacy in the Black community and elevating and teaching and cultivating relationships with youth of color and making sure that we show up for them in the way that a community should show up for them, to make sure that they have all the tools they need for success.
The biggest impact was that it gave the youth, the mentors, and the mentees a village.
The impact of TRP is true to its mission. We expose our youth to the richness and the magnificence of Black culture. And what that does for them is it deepens their connection to their ancestors and their community, and it empowers them in a way that breeds confidence. It breeds respect. It breeds answering to a higher calling.
TRP has been fortunate enough to not only grow, but to expand nationally. I think the reach and impact are seen beyond, New York City, beyond the imagination of the conversations at the Penthouse.
TRP has made a tremendous impact. Now it's global, national, universal. Young people know that they have a safe place to go and to grow. Alumni have gone on to do amazing and beautiful things based on seeds that were planted during our times together, during our sessions, during the time that we took to develop one another, them impacting us and us impacting them.
I think at its root, TRP is impact.
I couldn't tell you one.
To launch the first cycle, there was this big party to reveal and introduce the organization. We had like a cypher, we had African dance, we had like a lot of different elements, and I thought it really was like everybody was nice and dressed up. It was like a black tie joint. It just allowed for us to just be and celebrate that this thing was coming, this newness was coming, and we didn't know what it would be, but we knew that we were in it together, and it was a real vibe.
Off the top of my head, without even giving it any thought, the ending of culture, when we realized how many people were a part of what we were building, how many mentors came out. So the first cycle, we only had 12 youth, but we had 25 mentors that wanted to show up for our youth on day one. It revealed that there is not just a community, but a collective of people that really hold making sure our youth have the tools that they didn't have important to them.
Jeopardy, missing history.
Who is that Turner?
There we go.
Whoa!
Is that Rebellion?
That is correct. Yeah!
Wait.
Who is Nanny is correct.
Yay!
After that session, we, as adults, agreed that the kids are only going to be the ones that play, and the adults, the big kids, had to stand on the sidelines as support.
I love the wealth cycle, which is, I think, extremely important because, you know, we don't teach financial literacy enough.
Okay, did everybody hear that?
Tough to be an
That it's tough to be an adult. Explain that.
Well, you have to pay rent, mortgage, tax, 6 hours.
Taxes. How everybody feel about taxes?
When I was co-facilitating, formerly known as Beauty, that's when I saw children shedding tears of joy, shedding tears of relief, shedding tears of witnessing love and being loved and being showered with it for the first time.
The melanin session, I loved the overall aim of one, acknowledging that simply because we possessed melanin, that we as Black people were often viewed as and treated in an inferior way. But we really explored ways of turning that concept on its head and really finding the strength in our melanin and really how to view it as a superpower instead.
That's an African way of dapping yourself up. If you're an African dancer and you're really getting it, the elders come around and just give you right in your pineal gland. Just activating the melanin.
My favorite moment from the first cycle of TRP had to be melanin. It was such an active, in-person event. Like, we were stepping, we were dancing, we were calling and responding. It was nothing that I anticipated. It had me out there stepping, and I don't step. But I did show up and hit a little for the tribe.
We did a trip when we went to Maryland. We went to the Blacks in Wax Museum. And then we went to D.C. to see some of the monuments, the Martin Luther King monument, things like that. We had a good time, just being together and just, vibing all the way.
Did we create the song in the first cycle?
And another favorite moment of mine is us chanting in front of Dr. King's statue in Washington, D.C. All of the children, all of the mentors, and kings and queens in the place to be. Let them know that we royalty, because all we got is us straight loyalty. Let them know that we royalty.
Kings and queens in a place to be. Let them know that we royalty.
We were so into it as mentors, and I just remember us being out there, kind of putting a stamp on, we did this thing. We've completed this leg of this journey, and it felt so good.
The conclusion of the cycle, I know we worked very intentionally to create a curriculum that was responsive to the culture, the climate, the needs of students. But I think actually being able to complete the module and then having the crowning at Sugar Hill and just being in a super dope space where we were able to celebrate each other and our accomplishments, and also really the fact that it resonated, it was real. We were capable, we were excited, and we had the momentum to continue this for what is now 7 years.
It's TRP's 7th anniversary. Time really went by fast. Happy birthday, TRP. I'm so happy to be a part of this legacy.
Happy 7th birthday, Royalty Project. Love you.
Happy birthday to the Royalty Project.
Well, TRP, you've turned 7 years old. We've been riding together, and I hope that we have a decade, a century longer, if God blesses me. I just want you to expand. I want you to grow TRP. I want you to continue to serve the youth across the country.
Happy birthday, TRP. It's been a beautiful, amazing, fruitful ride, and I'm looking forward to many, many more years of your continued love, service, and phenomenal embrace of our community. As we evolve as Black people, you will continue to evolve and grow. Thank you so much for embracing and loving on me and creating community for me and my family and my children. We love you, TRP. Happy birthday.
Happy 7th birthday, TRP.
Happy 7th anniversary, TRP.
Happy birthday, TRP. Hopeful that you will have 7 more birthdays. Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, TRP. I love you. I love you. One love. Keep up the good work. Here's to many more. Salute.
A place to be.
Bobby Boy.